Today our group want to talk about how to raise the 3R awareness for our environment. Firstly, why we need to care about our environment. Environment are the surrounding where it encompasses all the living or non-living things. It is also include the complex of physical, chemical, and environmental factors that act upon an organism or an ecological community and ultimately determine its form and survival. Environment is also important to our daily life. Why is it we need to care about our environment? Because it related to health, preserving the ecosystem and the biodiversity and also to protect natural resource. The firstly is because when the environment is polluted with other chemical in our earth, it can also affect our health. For example, air pollution. It can cause disease such as asthma and lung cancer. By caring about the environment, pollution can be reduced, which can promote a healthier life for the living things. The preserving we want to preserving the ecosystem and biodiversity. Environment can affect the ecosystem and biodiversity of our planet. By having a bad environment, the ecosystem and biodiversity can be disrupted, which can give a negative impact to the living things, such as increasing the rate of mortality of animals and pushing them to the edge of extinction. Then how the environment is related to protect our natural resource. Natural resources are important to keep our life going. Natural resources also can run out if we overconsume them, which means that the future generation will have a problem of how to find this resource to keep on living. By protecting our natural environment resource, the new generation livelihood also can be protected. How we want to care about our environment? There are three ways we need to care about our environment, especially plant trees, reduce plastic consumption, and practice carpooling or walking. Plant trees are very important in our environment and also in our life. This is because the tree can help to reduce the air pollution by lowering the ozone level in the atmosphere. Besides that, the trees also provide habitat to the animals, reduce noise pollution and prevent soil erosion. Reduce plastic consumption also important to our environment because plastic is one of the most difficult ways to degrade, which is why by reducing the consumption of plastic pollution can be reduced as it can bring harm to our environment. For example, plastic can cause marine animals such as turtles to choke as they tough that the plastic as their food. So, to reduce the consumption of plastic, we can always use eco-friendly bags or food containers to avoid using one-time plastic product. Practice carpooling or walking also important to our environment. Why it is important to our environment? This is because vehicles such as cars and motorcycles will emit more carbon monoxide to the atmosphere, which is it can cause of air pollution. By carpooling, we can reduce the production of carbon monoxide into the atmosphere. Walking can also help reduce the carbon emission to the environment while keeping us in good. As we know, our environment are so important in our daily lives. So how we want to protect our environment? One of the way we need to practice the 3R concept. What is a 3R concept? 3R concept of reduce and recycle. Reuse is using old things for something new. Reduce the amount of consumption, while recycle a process of turning old things to something new. Why these 3R concept so important in our life? Because it can reduce the waste produced from the household, reduce the pollution that occurs because of waste dumping, and also it can reduce the raw materials used for a product. After we practice the 3R concept in our daily life, of course we want to create awareness of 3 3R concept to the public. So how we can increase the awareness of 3R to the public? Firstly, we need avoid purchasing items that are overpacked, reduce the amount of waste created by the household by shopping smartly, reuse items around your home, recycle all paper, cardboard, rigid plastic, aluminium, steel can and glass bottles and also jars. Also, we can compost the household green and organic waste. As we know that 3R concept that consists of reduce, reuse and recycle. So we can reduce our consumption in our life by avoid giving present with excess packaging. Also, we have a goal at making your own present or cards. Also, we can save our environment by solar power items such as pocket calculators and watch. We can also reuse our item and consumption in our house by donate unwanted furniture and appliances to a furniture reuse camp. We can repair our broken item rather than buy new ones. We also can take all carrier back to the shop with you to use again or use them as bin liners. Lastly, how we can recycle our items. If you can, compost your garden waste and vegetable peelings or take your garden waste to a recycling center. Also, we can use local recycling facilities such as glass, bottle banks, plastic bottle banks, can banks, shoe banks and textile banks. Also, we need to participate in any recycling service your district or borough council may offer from your home. Demand its form and survive.